Okay, so today is another book review day. Now, before we get into it, I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, it's been so long since the last one. You said you were going to do it weekly. I'm sorry, I just obviously got caught up with all the other videos that I wanted to do for you guys. But yeah, today we have another book day. And if you didn't know, well, what happens is I review 4 books and I give my honest opinion. So I'm sorry if you get offended, but this is just how I feel and this is my honest opinion. And the winner that I choose, my favourite out of these 4 books that I review, will get a $10 voucher. Now, with the last winner, we couldn't sort out a $10 Amazon gift voucher, so what I did is I PayPal'd them $10. So if you can't obviously get a voucher, that's most likely what I'll do, just PayPal you $10. So, let's get into it. Now, if you haven't been here before, my name is Rory. And before we get into anything, can I just ask you guys to smash that like and subscribe button, as it would be greatly appreciated and doesn't take you half a second to do. Now, if you're wondering how you enter Book Review Day to have a chance of winning $10 with your KDP book, all you have to do, go down to my Instagram, it'll be linked in the description below. Follow my Instagram, which is @RoryMiles, and then all you have to do, follow and send me a DM, send me a message on Instagram with a link to your Amazon book listed on Amazon, and then obviously, hopefully, I try and go through them as much as possible just from when they are sent to me, and yeah, hopefully a book will be featured, and maybe you will be the next winner of KDP Wars. I think that's what I called it, or BookWars. You'll be the next winner of BookWars, you see. It's been a while since I've done it, I can't remember what I do. Now, let's get started. Now, just before I get into anything, I'd like to say, I'm impressed by the books that have been entered today, so make sure you guys keep that up, but yeah, let's get down to my honest opinion. Now, to start off with, we have SuperChallenging Mazes for kids 8 to 12 with video game mechanics, and it's by Queso Fritto Publishing. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is I don't like all the letters capitalised, something I don't personally like. I know some people like to do it because, well, it stands out a bit, but I'm not a fan, to be honest. I think it looks a lot cleaner if you just have each letter capitalised instead, because it's just in your face and I just don't like it. And SuperChallenging Mazes for kids 8 to 12 with video game mechanics. So I think the title here is SuperChallenging Mazes. Now, I'm not too sure how good that keyword is. Let's have a look now. So if we go to Amazon.com, SuperChallenging Mazes, there is 1,000 results, and well, it looks like your book is the first one up there. And actually, I'll take back what I was going to say. I was going to say it's not the best keyword, but actually there's a few books here that are making some sales. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad, but one thing I would say is you could put SuperChallenging Mazes book just because, well, it hasn't got anything listed in the title subtitle here telling us that it is a book. So that's just something I personally would add. And then for kids 8 to 12, yeah, it's a good target. Obviously, the age range that you're targeting is always a good thing. I recommend it with video game mechanics. Now, that's not really targeting any niche because I'll be surprised if anyone's really typing that up. Maybe looking at some different keywords for that subtitle would be a good idea. And let's get to the cover. So this is the cover. Obviously, SuperChallenging Mazes for kids 8 to 12 with video game mechanics. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is, yeah, the font isn't too bad. I can see how it could stand out for kids. And actually, I'm pretty impressed by this cover. It's not too bad. It's not the worst I've seen. But one thing I am going to say is, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but this knight here, this image here, it's in really bad quality. I don't know if you've just copied that, screenshot that from somewhere, a website or something, but it's just really bad quality. You can see all the pixels here. It's all pixelated here. What I would recommend doing is going to a place like Vecteezy and getting a nicer, proper graphic that you can put on the front here, and yeah, I would definitely look to change that. Yeah, that's what I would say about that cover. But it's not too bad, it stands out. And let's move on to the interior. Now, I had a look at this interior and, well, I will say, I am quite impressed. If you have not copied this from anyone and you've created this all yourself, I'm impressed. Because it's a bit different to the ones that I've seen before. Obviously, we've got a bit of a backstory, and I can see how this could appeal to kids. But again, you've used that image, which is bit pixelated, which I would definitely change. But yeah, so it's a maze book, and yeah, I like the idea. I like the different mazes. You've done well with that and all the different levels. Maybe one thing I would say is changing it up a bit. Like, obviously I can see the mazes change a bit, but they all look a bit similar, so maybe changing the shape of the maze or different graphics that this guy is hunting for or whatever. But yeah, it seems alright. Oh, and actually, yeah, you do change it here when you get to like a boss or something. But yeah, it looks like a decent interior. But one thing I am seeing is that it all seems a bit pixelated here. I don't know if that's just Amazon, but it just seems like the images aren't in too good quality. But yeah, it's definitely not the worst one I've seen. And obviously, description, yeah, it's good description. I like that, adds in some bold, some bullet points in. But the main thing is, you gotta be changing that title and the subtitle. I think that will definitely improve how well the book does, because honestly, it's not a bad book. Just doing a bit more keyword research, looking at competitors. I've done videos on how you can do keyword research with Amazon if you don't want to buy softwares like Helium 10 and that sort of thing. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next one, and well done to Queso Fritto Publishing. So the next one we're having a look at is Awesome Recruiter, perfect glossy made journal diary notebook for you or as a gift for Awesome Recruiter with 110 line pages, 6 by 9 inches, and it's by H&S Black. So let's start off with the title. So the title is Awesome Recruiter. Now, if we do the keyword research for that, if we just type in Awesome Recruiter, there's 122 results, but honestly, it's not a keyword to be targeting at all. You haven't established again that it's a book or anything like that. You could have at least put Awesome Recruiter notebook if it's just a lined interior, which I suspect it is. Yeah, maybe just put in Awesome Recruiter notebook would be a better idea. And, well, subtitle slightly better, but you're not capitalising things like perfect glossy made journal. And it's like, it's not too neat of a subtitle. I mean, what even is an Awesome Recruiter as a gift for an Awesome Recruiter? I don't even know what an Awesome Recruiter is, and obviously when we did that keyword, put in that keyword of Awesome Recruiter, there wasn't even many results for it. So I don't know how many people out there are Awesome Recruiters, but seems a bit of a weird keyword to be targeting. If we have a look at the cover, personally, I'm not a fan. I don't like this glossy background. Yeah, I'm not a fan. It doesn't even look centered to me. This needs to move up quite a bit, and yeah, I mean, font is okay, but that background is just horrible, and yeah, this box definitely needs to move up. Line interior, yeah, basic line interior, but honestly, I cannot see making any sales from it, because I've never heard of anyone that's an Awesome Recruiter or anything like that. Let's move on to the third one. And the third one is a outer space activity book. Explore the universe with a fun-filled activity book for young astronauts. Now, outer space activity book. Already, it's a great keyword. If we type that in, outer space activity book, 10,000 results. It is a bit much, but obviously you can niche down on it with your, like, your subtitle and that sort of thing, but at least you've put in book, activity book. Activity books are a great niche. Then explore the universe with this fun-filled activity book for young astronauts. It could do with some improvement, but to be honest, that subtitle is quite good. I like that you're targeting the young astronauts. You say that it's an activity book. You've added a fun aspect in it, explore the universe. It would appeal to kids or parents looking for gifts for their parents. Well done with your title and subtitle. And let's move on to the cover next. Wow, this is a brilliant cover. If you have made this yourself, really well done, because it honestly is a brilliant cover. I like the font. I like the little text here, right colour count games, telling you what's inside it and how many pages there are. It's very, very good. I really, really like that cover, and I like the background and that graphic. This one looks in a much higher quality, and you've done a brilliant job with that cover there. Well done. And let's move on to the interior. Now, this is where I think there is some room for improvement. So obviously we got like blank pages. Maybe this is to sketch your own drawings, and then there's a colouring graphic there. I like that one. But again, you've done another page where it's sketch your own drawing, colouring page, another one. And obviously with Amazon, it's difficult for me to see the other pages, so I don't know how well you've done, but on the cover it does say that you've added different interiors inside this, like mazes and that sort of thing. And if you have done that, it's a very, very good job. And I like you've done a little bit of branding down here of your author name. But I think with the interior there's a bit of room for improvement. Maybe getting rid of these blank pages and spending a bit more time on doing like more colouring pages and that sort of thing would maybe do better for your book. But yeah, I personally really like this book. This is my favourite cover I have seen. And the description, yeah, very basic. Maybe you could do some bullet points, that sort of thing, displaying the size or what colour paper, if it's black and white paper, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's not too bad, and you haven't had any sales with it. But yeah, I think if you change a few things, maybe with keywords in your 7 keyword boxes, maybe if you take off this book and change the title and subtitle a bit to target a keyword that hasn't got 10,000 results, I think there is some potential for this book, so well done. And let's move on to the final one for today, and that is Hexagonal Graph Chemistry Book. 1/4 inch hexagon graphs and alternating college ruled notebook, 120 pages, 8.5 by 11. So let's start with the title, Hexagonal Graph Chemistry Notebook, and we'll type those keywords in. And there is 169 results, which is not too bad. Now obviously we don't know how many people are searching for it, but we've got a first book here, 58,000 bestsellers rank, another one here, 100,000, 73,000, 61,000. So that's looking like a good niche. That's a good niche to target. And then 1/4 inch, I'm not sure what that means. I've never put that in a book myself. Hexagon graphs and alternating college ruled notebook. So yeah, you've stated what it is. It's basic keywords and it's nice. Let's move on to the cover. A Hug Without You is just toxic. Personally, I really like that. You've added a funny aspect to it, and maybe because it's got that funny aspect, you could add that in your subtitle, Funny Chemistry Notebook or Funny Chemistry Journal. Maybe add a different touch, target some keywords if people are looking for funny notebooks for people, and I really like that. But I've noticed that it isn't centered to me. I don't know how you guys see it, but it doesn't look centered. It looks like it needs to be moved over to the left a bit. This text and the graphic as well does not look centered. Maybe what you've done is you've created a box to center it within the color, but you need to center it with the front of the book, not just on the bit there's color. So yeah, that's something I would change, but I like the aspect you're bringing into it. I like the chalkboard aspect to it, like you're drawing on a chalkboard. And yeah, but it's just such a shame that it's not centered, because personally that really throws me off. And then obviously some basic interior. You can create these interiors in Tangent templates. They have their software where you can add like different pages into it. And yeah, I like the niche. I've created books in that hexagonal and lined graph niche, and I do like it. And you've put here hexagonal graph notebook, but it has got a lined notebook in it as well, so maybe you could put that, or yeah, change that however you want. But I like it. I like the funny aspect, and if you want to find quotes like this, the best place to go is Pinterest. But yeah, when you're targeting those sorts of people, like a chemistry notebook, people will love those sorts of funny quotes to have on the front of their book. It just makes people laugh. And description, yeah, basic. I like you put bullet points and that sort of thing, and you've done a very good job. So well done to you. Now let's move on to the winner. And I'd just like to say this week was a tough one. This video was a tough one. There was some very good submissions that were in this video, and like I said at the beginning, well done to you all. You're doing a good job. There's definitely potential for all you guys out there. But if we can have a drum roll, please. And my winner is Outer Space Activity Book. I just love the cover. It was difficult. I actually found it difficult between Hexagonal Graph Chemistry Book and Outer Space Activity Book. And even the Maze one, they were all very good ones. But yeah, this one, personally, the cover just stood out to me, and you did a very good job with a bit of change of keywords, and maybe the interior slightly, adding a few more pages, just spending a bit more time on that interior. You could do a good job. And now with KDP, if you want to change the title or subtitle, you will have to take your book off and resubmit it. Whereas the interior, you don't have to do that. But yeah, with the title and subtitle, you will have to take it off and resubmit it. But that doesn't seem a problem because you haven't made any sales, so there isn't harm in doing it. And yeah, description, just adding a few bullet points, and just spending some time on this book, because it really does have potential. Just put your time into perfecting this book. But well done to this author, and I will be contacting you through Amazon for your $10 prize, so congratulations. Thank you guys very much for watching, and once again, if you want to submit, follow the instructions I leave in the description below. But basically it's very simple. Just follow me on Instagram and send me a message with a link to your book, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode of Book Wars. Let me know down in the comments which book was your favourite, because I love reading and replying to every single one who comes, and I love to hear your opinion. But until next time, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.